What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me again, and please bear with me over the next few days. I'm trying to do 3 or 4 reviews today where I'm going to release them over the next 4 days, but I have the flu. I can't really smell anything, so the videos I'm going to be doing aren't going to necessarily be like first impressions or full reviews because I can't smell. I'm going to be doing more videos like lists of fragrances that I've already smelled, and other kinds of videos like the one I'm doing today, which I'll let you know in a second. But before I do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell if you want my videos sooner so that we can get straight into this. Again, about 2 weeks ago, I did a video where I was talking about my top 5 fall fragrances I'd be wearing this year. And I have 3 moderators that are on my live streams. They moderate. They're also on my channel moderators. And they are Hamzat, Mo, and Newt. So I started out with my channel and I had about 100 subscribers. And the first moderator, who I've been talking to ever since, was Hamzat. Obviously, these aren't their real names. Some of them might be, but I'm not going, that's not my place to say that. But Hamzat, aka Killa Kamikaze, changed his name 50 times, but now it's Killa Kamikaze. He was my first moderator, first person on the channel, so shout out to you, Hamzat. And then we have Mo, aka Moo, who came in second. And then Newt came in last, and they've been on my channel as moderators now for about a year. So shout out to them. We were talking on a group chat, and they were talking about their favorite fall fragrances. And so Mo was like, you should do a video about that. I was like, that would actually be a really good idea, especially now that I can't smell anything. I'm going to be talking about Mo, Hamzat, and Newt, my moderators, their top 5 fall fragrances, showing you how my subscribers, not just me, but their lists compare to mine, but also contrast mine and also each other's. And then you can see there's similarities between them as well. Obviously, a lot of you guys are going to be following me because you have similar tastes, not exact tastes, but that's what the fragrance community is all about. There's going to be differences, there's going to be similarities, and the differences are always fun to talk about. The similarities are great to talk about, as long as there's no negativity in the difference part, where it's like straight up hate. I'm totally cool with it. And so we're going to start out again with the first moderator on here, the man of 50 names. This is Hamzat. And his list, and you'll notice from, I'll get these out of the way so I can only do top 3 lists. All 3 of them, they're not including niche, even though I told them they could, or indie. They're doing all designers here. And what they said is that they're not doing like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then also, there are 2 fragrances that all 3 of them have on their list. So I'm going to get those ones out of the way first. One of them, I didn't bring the bottle out. I don't know why I didn't bring it out, but it's one of my favorite. It's by Givenchy. It's in the Gentleman line. And surprisingly, even though a lot of people say Reserve Prive is their favorites, I don't really like Reserve Prive, and by their choices, I can tell they don't either. You guys need, if you haven't tried this, you need to get out and try it. It's Givenchy Gentleman Boisee. I also would have this on my list of my top 10, top 5 fragrances to wear this fall. It's growing on me more and more. It is the least iris-heavy fragrance in the line. It is more dominated by woods, spice, and cacao. You get this also this like creamy sandalwood through it, but it almost has this like semi-fruity cacao note. I know cacao, it's chocolate, it's not fruity, but it just has that vibe to it, mixed together with that powdery iris undertone that's way down there. You also get a nice creamy woods, and then you get some spice in there. The spice is more prevalent in the opening. Very beautiful fragrance. If you haven't tried it out, Givenchy Gentleman Boisee is great. Also lasts about 7 to 8 hours on your skin. Doesn't have the greatest projection. It's about, I would say, above average for the first hour and a half, and then it calms down, but it is really heavy in the opening. It starts to calm down, and then it's a personal bubble for the next 4 hours until it hits a skin scent at hour 6. So yeah, Givenchy Gentleman Boisee is my favorite. Mo, Hamzat, and Newt all have it on their list as well, so I wanted to get that first one out of the way, which I completely agree with. And then the second one they all have on their list is one that I completely disagree with, and that is Dior Sauvage Elixir. So again, this is where we disagree. I sold my bottle of it. I sold it on my channel, actually, to one of my subscribers. It's not that I don't like the fragrance, it's just I can't wear it. It's just way too strong. You guys know I'm not a fan of really heavy fragrances. I don't like to blind people, and if I'm blinding somebody else, I'm over blinding myself. I don't like Elixir style fragrances for the most part. I'm still trying to decide if I like, or love, I should say. I like the smell for sure of Le Male Elixir. It's just that power. I know 1 Million Elixir I don't like. I know Sauvage Elixir. I don't like the power. I like the smell. I just don't like the power. I'm that kind of guy. Maybe it's my age. I don't know. But with that said, they all had Sauvage Elixir on their list. And to me, while it smells good, it has that licorice, it has the nutmeg, it has the woods, it has like that barbershop fougere style scent, like an ambery fougere. It's a really nice scent, but it's just way too strong. It's too polarizing. And my wife told me I smell like a 70-year-old person when I'm wearing it. So I prefer Lattafa Assad, because Lattafa Assad, even though the vanilla is in the Dior Sauvage Elixir, it's very dialed down. And in the Lattafa Assad, which is still pretty heavy, you can put more vanilla in it in the dry down. That's pretty much what it is. It's just kind of like a more vanilla version of Dior Sauvage Elixir with a little slight less quality, but I don't really care. It's not really that noticeable, and I still don't even wear that one that much. I'm just being completely honest with you. But that's Dior Sauvage Elixir. It's also on all three of their lists. You guys can like it. More power to you. I wouldn't say you smell bad. It's just I don't like the power, and so that's what it is. So with that said, we're going to move on to Hamzat's third one. His third one is one that it's going to make it really hard not to pick him as the winner for this, because it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, designer fragrance. I've always said that. It is Azzaro's The Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense, which is just called The Most Wanted. This is cardamom, amberwood, toffee. It is a fresh gourmand that you can wear. It's warm and spicy, but it has a freshness, and it's just a beautiful gourmand toffee scent that you can wear. It's mostly a date night fragrance, and you can wear it all year round. It's one of the only gourmand fragrances out there that you can wear all year round. It has a slight powdery tinge to it, but for the most part, I love it. It's just a mixture of that woods and spice that you get from the amberwood and the cardamom. You also do get a little bit of this vanillic feeling as you get further into the fragrance. And then you have that toffee, which toffee is toffee. And it smells just like that. People say it smells like Stronger With You intensely. Not at all. I love this fragrance. It's one of my favorite fragrances to wear out on a date. My wife really likes it. And this is just, it's a compliment beast. And it lasts 8 to 10 hours on your skin, so that's a really good one as well. So that's The Most Wanted. That was his number 3. His number 4, I don't have anymore. I actually sold it. Even though I don't hate it, I just wanted somebody else to get use out of it, because I don't. And I just don't wear it. I tried to. It's just not that I don't like it. It's just I don't wear it. And it's Prada Ocean, the original, the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Parfum, I don't really love as much either. Probably end up selling that, which I do have. But Prada Ocean Eau de Toilette, the way I like to explain it is it's a less powdery, less iris version of Prada L'Homme if you turned it blue. It's a blue fragrance mixed with Prada L'Homme if you dial down the iris and the powder. That is pretty much what I get from the fragrance. It's not, Prada Ocean is not oceanic, aquatic. It's none of that. It's not marine. It's just a nice blue fragrance that has an aquatic, or not an aquatic, that Prada L'Homme backbone. You get a little bit of that iris, you get a little bit of a floral tone, you get some aromatics. It's a really nice, easy scent to wear. It's just, I have so many fragrances that it kind of just bores me. So more power to you, Hamzat. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I sold it to one of you three. I don't remember which one it was, but I'm glad that you enjoy it. So going into his last one, this one is another one that makes me almost, he's definitely in the top 2. I'll tell you that. I don't know which one I'm picking yet, but he's definitely in the top 2 because of Most Wanted and this one. Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Toilette. I find this to be more of a wintry scent because, and I used to find it more fall and winter. You can wear it fall and winter, spring, I mean easily. It's just if I had to pick a season for it, it would be more winter, especially after the Eau de Parfum came out. I find that to be more of a fall scent than this. But with that said, either or, I wear it in both seasons, so completely understand. It is a cinnamon and benzoin balm. As you get to the dry down, you also get That spice is going into the background as it mixes together with some of that vanilla. That benzoin is a little bit rich. You get a little tiny bit of woods in there, but overall, cinnamon, benzoin, vanilla, fantastic fragrance. It keeps with that tone of the original, where it has the tobacco in there as well. Very nice, but it's a subtle tobacco mixed together, and it comes in. It's like a tale of two fragrances. It's a lot of cinnamon, a little bit of red fruits and peppers in the opening, mixed together with that benzoin as you get to the dry down. The benzoin, vanilla, and woods come out with a little undertone of that spice, and it's really, really good. Really, really nice fragrance. I can't smell anything. I don't even know why I'm trying. But Spicebomb Infrared, so that is his list. It is Most Wanted, Gentleman Boisee, Sauvage Elixir, Prada Ocean, and Spicebomb Infrared. So really good list, Hamzat. Can't fault you there. Then we have, the next one is Mo. Mo, again, has Sauvage Elixir. He has Gentleman Boisee. And then the third one on his list is this one, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Ultramall. So I like Ultramall a lot. I do. I've always enjoyed it. It's one of my wife's favorite fragrances. But with that said, would I put it in my top 5? I personally would not, but I can see why people would. It's that modernized date night version of the Le Male DNA, with that pear being up top mixed together with that mint and lavender. As you get to the dry down, you do get that like heavy tonka mixture with the vanillas and the ambery feel that you get from the fragrance, and then you have the lavender from the entire line that's just going throughout. But what really makes this fragrance stand out above all else is that pear. Very nice, very fruity, dense fragrance. I really love it. It's a great night out fragrance. Playful, for sure. It's not like a work scent or anything, but I've always liked Ultramall. It was one of the first fragrances I had in my collection when I first started building it heavily. So I can understand why he had that as his third one. Then he also had this one. This is my most worn fragrance this fall. I've said that already. It's my wife and daughter's favorite fragrance from this line. It is YSL Le Parfum. This is one of those ones that compares with Most Wanted, with the Spicebomb Infrared for me. But it's a blue fragrance, which is going to be super, super, super versatile. So you can wear it in pretty much any situation, especially during the cooler months, because that is what this one is built for, night out or cooler months. And so YSL Le Parfum is going to be that Y DNA mixed together with a little bit more of a dark and richness that you don't get from the other ones. When I say that, it's in comparison to the other ones. It's still not a darker or rich scent. It's just a little bit darker and a little bit more richer of a scent because it adds in that tonka, that woods, just a little bit more warm. But it's still a blue fragrance. It still has the aromatics in there. It still has the apple in there. It's still a really nice blue fragrance overall. Just kind of like how Bleu de Chanel Parfum and all of that. They always add in some kind of vanilla or tonka or amber wood or something that makes it just a slightly darker, slightly richer, more night out style fragrance. That's what this is. Beautiful, one of my favorites, and it can last on your skin for up to a day. I love it. I mean, yes, it'll be a skin scent after about 8 hours, but it stays there for a while. So the next one on Mo's list is going to be another one that falls in line with Hamzat's, which again is, I mean, they basically have 3 of the same fragrances, which I didn't even know that until right now. But with that said, this is, again, Azzaro's The Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense, or Most Wanted. I don't have to explain it. So together, they have 3 of the same fragrances on their list. The only 2 are going to be the one that I just mentioned and Le Parfum. That's pretty much it. Le Parfum and Ultramall versus Spicebomb Infrared and Prada Ocean. That's pretty much the only 2 that they have different. So that's why they are my moderators, I guess, because that is, they like very similar things to me. The only thing on their list that really I would not choose to wear out would be Sauvage Elixir. So you can tell Mo and Hamzat are very much on the same page, as well as Newt. The only 2 ones that he has different, or actually he has 3 different from them, and one of them I actually had out, but I don't have it out anymore. It is in the same line as Ultramall. It is a brand new release this year. It is Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir. That is his third one on his list. Le Male Elixir is very similar to that of the original Le Male if you modernize it, just like I said with Ultra Male, except for this time, it really focuses heavier. It still has the lavender, still has the mint, still has that Le Male DNA, still has that ambery backbone, but it is a Tonka bomb. It is super heavy Tonka. It is super in your face. And that's why I was trying to say earlier, it's very difficult for me to decide of whether I like it a lot or not. I love the smell. It's just, do I want to wear it? Because it's very heavy on me. And I don't really like the heavier scents. I still have to debate about that. I still need to wear it in the cool weather. Once I do that, I'll let you guys know 100% what my thoughts are, and I will be honest with you. But he really likes it. He said that's one. I told him I could not put that on my top 5 list quite yet because of the fact that I haven't worn it in the fall, so I can't put it on my top 5 fall list. So yeah, that's pretty much my debate about that. Then he had this, Emporio Armani Stronger With You, absolutely. This is absolutely in my top 5. This is the best one in the line. It is a smoother, richer version of the Stronger With You Intensely. If you dial down the vanilla and added in some rum, a little bit more spice, smoothened it out and darkened it up. That is pretty much what that fragrance is. It is better in all facets than any other fragrance in the line. The second favorite in the line for me is either Stronger With You Oud or Leather. With that said, this one, nothing takes the cake over Stronger With You, absolutely. It is absolutely the best one in the line. I'm glad he picked that. I'm glad one of them had the sense to pick it. It's really good. Along with his last one. His last one is a gem. I also told you it's going to be in one of my most worn fragrances this year, so me and him agree on that. And so this one is Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. Tom Ford's Noir Extreme, I don't like the Parfum that much because the opening of this is a lot more woods and spice, and then it calms down after a few minutes and you get that vanilla really heavy. In the Parfum, it takes that opening few minutes and extends it for the whole fragrance, so it's a lot more woody and spicy. While I don't hate it, I don't like it even close to as much as this one because the vanilla in this is the most natural vanilla I've smelled in pretty much any fragrance. It's a Tom Ford vanilla, it's a higher end, but the way it comes through in this, it's like a higher class vanilla. It has that woods and spice that really come in the opening and then go underneath the fragrance. You get a little bit of a florally tone, but overall, this is vanilla, woods, and spice. It is absolutely a vanilla bomb, and I love it. I absolutely love this fragrance, so I agree with him that it is great, and so I would definitely put that on my top 5 list. Maybe this year I'm definitely wearing it the most. It's my top 5 list this year for sure. With that said, let's rank them now. So which one am I going to put as the first? So again, we have Hamzat with Most Wanted, Gentleman Boisee, Sauvage Elixir, Prada Ocean, Spicebomb Infrared. He's definitely going to be in the top because he had Most Wanted and Spicebomb Infrared. And then we have Mo, who has Sauvage Elixir, Gentleman Boisee, Wailé Parfum, Most Wanted, because he has Wailé Parfum and Most Wanted. He's also going to be in the running for top 1. I already told Newt this, that unfortunately he's going to come in third, and basically because he didn't have the Most Wanted. He almost came there because he did have Sauvage, or the Gentleman Boisee, Strong With You absolutely, and Noir Extreme. But the one that made me think to myself, you know what? I can't put him in first or second is the Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir because I haven't worn it in the fall yet to know if I'm going to like it in the fall. So unfortunately, Newt, you were number 3, but it's all very close. And so it's subjective. And to me, you're going in number 3. I don't even know who I'm going to pick for number 1. I didn't even think about it. So really it comes down to, what do you prefer? Wailé Parfum or Wailé Parfum and Ultra Male, or Prada Ocean and Spicebomb Infrared, because they all have the same other 3. And so for me, I'm going to have to go with Mo being the number 1 and Hamzat being number 2. The reason being, the one that's putting me over the edge here is the Prada Ocean. Even though I like that fragrance, I wouldn't choose that as my top 5 fall. I could see myself a year or 2 ago putting this in my top 5. And so, Le Parfum versus Spicebomb Infrared. The only reason I wouldn't pick Hamzat here, because it is very, very close, it's tooth and nails, is because Spicebomb Infrared, again, I find the EDP more for the fall and the EDT more for winter, even though I'm picking and choosing, I can wear them in any season. I would just say the thing that pushed it over is probably the Ocean versus Wile Parfum. And Wile Parfum blows Ocean out of the water for me. That is my blue fragrance. I think Mo won it on that one. Let me know what your thoughts are. So again, Mo came in first, Hamzat in second, Newt in third. But with that said, all three of them are so close, it would be like 99 to 98 to 97. It's very, very, very close. But thank you guys so much. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Give a shout out to Mo, Hamzat, and Newt. And again, I'll be back with another video. Thank you so much. Peace out.